All right, guys, here's Billy James. I'm not going to go around the whole truck or anything, just kind of show you what I'm doing. I'm putting trim on this truck. Never had it on the bed, and the trim that was on the cab was pretty rough, beat up, painted. So these kits, they come with, let me show you what they come with. That way you know what I'm talking about, if I can find it. So they come with the stick-on clips, which is basically this clip. This clip, and I'm changing this hood. I know it's a rough old hood and it's patina anyway, but usually I wouldn't lay shit all over somebody's hood, but this hood's coming off, so I didn't think Mr.PIB would mind. That's not something, again, that I typically do to one of my buddies or customers' vehicles. Even if it is patina and scratched up, I don't do that. But again, this hood's coming off, and I just laid that up there earlier. I took all that out to send pictures to a buddy of mine that's got a truck like mine. He's wanting the patinaed chrome pieces, and I just picked them up out of the floor to keep my daughter from running over them on a bicycle. So don't think I'm being disrespectful by doing that. Again, that hood's coming off and it's being changed. So here's the clips. They take the little speed nuts. Of course, the doors, you've got one in the front, one in the back with a speed nut, and then the rest of them are, you know, stick on. That's how they were from the factory. Now, back here, you can see this piece. I've been kind of fighting with it. There's a nut on the back of that is hell to get off. The front one's not hard, I think. Well, one of the other from the factory had a snap-in clip. And I'm having a few little issues out of that. I bought this box today at the paint store. I may run back tomorrow to another paint store and see if I can get some. But they had these clips, you know, where you just pop them in and it holds itself. You don't have to get back there and get a nut on it. The fender trim has one, which is right in here somewhere. I had it marked with a red dry erase marker. Of course, see, it's done gone, and I ain't even wiped that off. That's why I like dry erase markers on trim. If you're doing trim, you want to remember where your clips are, take your dry erase marker and just mark it. You could even take a permanent marker if you wanted to. You get it off with alcohol, but dry erase, they're cheap. You can get them at the dollar store, Dollar Tree. And if you're putting in stuff like this, take you a marker and make you some marks, and you can literally just wipe it off with your finger. But anyway, these trim kits, as expensive as they are, you would think they would come with the correct clips. Now, I bought these as well, these little cams. A lot of times you can push those in the hole and use this clip, pop it right in there, if that makes any sense. And it'll go in there and grab. That grabs your body metal, and it's there. But that clip won't go into those cams. So kind of back to the drawing board. Now, I may... And if I do this, I'll be doing it on my own time. I'm not going to charge somebody for doing something so silly, but cut these little edges off, cut this off, drill a hole, put that on, and put a little tack weld on it. It would work, but again, sometimes you just have to kind of think, is it worth it, you know, the time that it's going to take. So I may kind of experiment with one, see if it'll work. If the other guy doesn't have the right clips tomorrow. He's 20 minutes from me, and I like talking to him. I need to talk to him about some paint and primer and stuff for this truck anyway. So I'll run out there and talk to him about that, and while I'm there, I'll see if he has the right clips for this truck. But again, if you order this trim set, it's not going to come with the right clips. And, you know, they put these in from the factory for a reason. Like right here, there's no damn way to get to it unless the fender's off the truck. If you have the fender off the truck, no issues. Now this one, you'd have to cut either the back part of this cab out or some of the floor to get to that nut. I don't know why they would even, I don't know. It makes no sense. There's absolutely no way you could use that, and that's what they give you to use. So anyway, once I get the right clips, I'll show you, hopefully, if I get the right clips. These little body clips and stuff, they're kind of hard to find. I mean, if you get on the internet, there's 1,000 different choices, and I ain't found one yet that looks like the one I'm looking for. But anyway, hopefully Mike will know what I'm needing. And if not, maybe he'll have something that'll work. I could probably make these work. Again, if it was up here on this piece of trim, I could make that work because it doesn't really make a damn... You've got all the channel here, But on that little short piece, it's got to be right back here at the edge. And you can see the channel runs out right at the edge. There's nothing to hold that in. So anyway, you run into stuff like this, guys, and, you know, it's hard to pass that time and stuff off to whoever you're doing it for. They don't know no better than you do, you know, as far as what it takes. But, all right, so that's where I'm at on Billy James. Once I get started back on the trim, of course, I've got to drill everything on this bed. This bed has never had trim on it that I know of. So going to be a whole lot more trouble on the bed than it has been the cab. We have quite a few other things to do this truck. It's got a brake line leaking. So the doors, we're going to try to line those up a little bit better. This truck, God almighty, if y'all seen this truck, when Mr.PIB got it, you'd understand every damn piece of this truck has been off. Every bolt's been turned. This truck's had a lot of work done to it. It doesn't look like it, but every body panel that's on the truck has been changed. Really, the only thing left of the original truck is the cab. And that don't even include the doors, the rockers, most of the floors, the cab corners. He put all that in this truck, all the interior. There's just not a lot of the original truck left, the frame and the cab. We put the motor, the transmission. Truck's had 2 motor and transmissions put in it. I think maybe the rear end is original to the truck. I don't know for sure. All new brakes. God, he's thrown some money at this thing. Again, it may not look like it to you, but when you start working on one like this and you want it mechanically sound, it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of money, and these old trucks, if you, especially like up at the rod run, you go up there and look at them, they're priced high, but I'm telling you, like, there's a reason for that. It costs money to get one to the point to where you can jump in it and take off and not have a worry in your mind. But all that aside, we're going to do the trim. We're going to change the hood. We got to fix a brake line leak. Just kind of a plethora of things. Try to line up some of these panels a little bit better and get the trim on it. I think that's about it. I may be forgetting a thing or two, but again, I'll do some videos on it. Y'all can follow along. Guys, as always, I appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you later.